Welcome back to the tavern build. It's time to get some details in, make it start looking like something, and I think the first part that I want to start with is the fireplace. So, get all these bubbles off here. This room here is our kitchen, and I got a little mock-up for how big I want it. I want the fireplace to sit in here. It's going to take up 2 squares worth. And then it is the chimney of it. The whole fireplace is going to extend up through 2 levels. So I've got a bunch of stones. I cut them out. I threw them in a tub and shook them with a bunch of rocks to try to get some texture on. And now we're going to build ourselves a fireplace in here. I think we're just going to find pieces that fit and start building it out. Ooh, before I get too far, I do know this is a wood floor, and I don't want a wood floor for the fireplace. I want to make a stone kind of tiled thing that comes out just a bit. Maybe that much? Maybe a little more. Grab one of our spare pieces. This looks good. I don't want it very thin. Yeah, we'll use this. We'll cut it out to the size we want and draw in some tiled stones. And then we'll build up the fireplace around it. Once I know where my fireplace is going to set, I can actually cut away the wall from that area just to give a little bit of depth, something that we can see into in the fireplace. And then I'm going to switch to building it up along the outside. So I'm going to glue on brick by brick all the way up this building. Once we get to the second floor, or at least the second layer of wall, I want to make sure that the bricks don't glue the whole structure together, because we still want the different levels to come off and be playable. So I'm going to set them on kind of like puzzle pieces. They'll interlock and just glue them to either the first level or the second. And I'm going to keep picking up the structure as it goes to make sure the glue doesn't sneak into places it shouldn't be and hold it together. But as I go and I build that up, this is working really well, and it'll keep it in place. Look at that, we've got a chimney that comes off nicely. These different little puzzle piece like sections. So, with that, we've got the outside, and now we need to finish the inside. Okay, I've decided what to do with this because you can see so much behind it. I'm going to make kind of an arched way. So let's just kind of get a vague shape. I'm going to use a flat piece just to stick the stones onto so I can get the arch shape that I want. We'll make it that tall. This is it. Okay. To make sure that stays down, I'm going to get something so I can draw an arch, and then I can put stones around it. And then we'll have the mantle over. And this is just so I have something to stick the stones going around to for a visual. That fits nicely. This is going to be a mess, but that's okay. I'm going to carve a little bit of detail in back here. It's really not going to be as pretty on the back. Now we'll have a little something nicer to look at if it's off. and we can get our mantle on. But still, there we go. We've got a fireplace. That's a bit of a mess, but we've dug out in there. I've got our tile bottom. I just need to shorten it because that comes out way too far. So let's say it shows in there and comes out just a bit like this. Find me a rock. Start with this piece first. Blow out anything loose that'll get in the way, and we'll glue that down. And we'll take a bunch of tiny cut off rock bits and build up our fireplace around it, just coming up to the top. Nice fireplace. Yeah, that works for me. I'm good with it. We're gonna get it glued in. Perfect. Make sure it still fits correctly. Yeah, not in the way at all. There we go, that's looking really cool. Alright, here's the last bit I'm going to get to today because it's going to take a little while to dry. I don't know how long, a few hours at least. But I've got this spackling, just all-purpose for plugging up little holes in the walls. And I'm going to use it as a filler. So move this off to the side. We're going to get it in between these little cracks, but I do want to keep them separate so we don't end up putting our different layers of wall together. All right, well now that the chimney's all dried up, and we've got that going through. We need to finish out our roofs. Get some boards that go in here so they're not just chilling out completely empty anymore. So I'm going to use some foam board, just white foam board, and fill these up. There we go. Now this foam board, I don't love using. I think it was an Elmer's brand, and the paper doesn't come off very clean, but it does leave a texture behind if you're going to go for a stucco look. Then I just peel off the paper and leave the texture instead of trying to get all of it off. Alright, well it's time to start making our trim boards, and these trims are all going to be about 10 millimeters wide. Cutting just these spare strips of cut off, and then we're going to make some shorter, some longer, because I don't think it makes sense for them to be made exactly the size. I'm going to let them just look like they're made out of different boards. So it's okay if we don't have perfectly straight cuts. I've got a little loose with my wire here. So yeah, I'm going to cut a bunch of these strips up. We're going to carve some detail into them, and we're going to get them on. Alright, I've got some wood grain drawn in, and we're going to glue this on. Now, I'm going to make sure to line it up with the windows, but I'm not going to glue it on both sides, just the top ledge here, so that when it slides over, it covers our seam and helps hold everything in place. That's got to heat up a bit more, and I'm going to add glue this side. I like the look of this better. Wood grain on the top of this. Just a little. Pull it out through the ends. All right. Let's see if our glue is hot enough. We're going to go around just like this across all of our seams. That's really not sticking. I gotta let this actually melt in. Good morning. It's a new day, so I have, of course, decided to change something. I was working on the corner pieces that were wood yesterday, but I've decided that I'd rather them be stone. So I didn't get too many on. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm going to use the same size, just cut into smaller pieces. And we're going to lay stonework up for the corners to hold everything together. Alright, I've got all of the stonework on all the corners now. It does feel like it took forever, but I like it. I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad that I switched to stone corners instead of wood. Now, we're going to frame all of our windows. I'm not going to have all of them shoved in there yet, but we got to get some wood around our window frames, and then we're going to have some more connecting pieces. Now that I look at it, this one looks too fat, and I'm probably just going to tear it off and do a thinner bit. Oh, we're getting somewhere. This project does feel like it's taking forever, but it's getting there. I'm starting to be a lot happier with it. I'm not going to be happy when we get to shingles. I'm just not. But that's okay. All right, let's frame some windows. Got to try to make sure to get the detail in the sides too, so I don't have wood grain on one face of it and then just flat. But that's fine to just add in after it's stuck on. Not a big deal. So there we go, framing windows. I'm gonna get to the rest and then we'll see where we're at. We're getting somewhere. So I'm gonna start adding some decorative structural bits. And I'm not gonna worry too much about them. I don't know how they should be or anything. But I do see a lot of buildings with boards coming across and I like how it looks. So we're gonna do a bit of that. We're just gonna pick places and add things on. Yeah, these are helping. Just got to break it up a bit. Get some character in there. All right, while I'm going along putting the trim in, I finally got to this spot and I remembered that it got a little weird because I had to add extra stuff in. So I'm going to take some more spackle, just wall spackle that I used over there on the chimney. And we're going to try to fill that in. And then when it dries up a little bit more, we're going to see what the texture looks like. And I'm going to decide if I should put this spackle on all of the roof parts just to make them look the same. Or if it'll be just okay there. Try not to make too much of a mess, but I always kind of do. But I do know this stuff, anywhere that I get too much, or if it's in a spot that I don't want it, I can just wipe it off with water and a rag. I'm going to try to make some stone stairs that come up to this entryway. I've never been great with stairs either, but we're going to kind of like stack them up. Let's see. I'll cut out some blocks here. I've got these that I can make more as brick steps, but I think I need it to build up a bit to have somewhere to start. Let's glue these guys together and then we'll glue it onto the wall. Okay, we've got some entry steps. So now I can just glue this on too. the building. Line it up and slide it in. There we go. We got access to the front door now. Not bad. All right, that's one stairway. Let's go ahead and spin it the right way. Line everything up. That looks good in there. I've got another set of stairs coming up here that I have to figure out what I want to do with. I think I want them maybe like a stone outside with wooden planks for stairs. All right, we're just gonna make something up here with stairs. You know, I want it a platform, a step, and then it turns and goes down this way. So I think I'm just gonna start putting things together. If it works, it works. Okay, I'm good. I'm sticking with this wedge shape. There we go. So now I just have to glue it together. And I'm going to leave it on this still so that we don't get out of shape. And hopefully I can get the glue on there. Actually, I can hold it to put the glue down. Put my thumb right in that. All right, slap this on. Check that my stairs are going where I want them. Not too shabby. This looks like it's working out. Sets in its spot pretty well. I'm gonna give it a little back piece too, just to have a little structure in it. I think just sliding this in here will help it hold up over time. Maybe not that piece exactly. About there and there. All right, that'll work. I'm gonna go get this cut up. stairs done. Those will be good just like this. They can be painted separately. Set on. And then, we need our stairs inside. We do. I always take those off. I know where they go because they stop there. Okay, we've got stairs in here going up to the second floor. I gotta make those. Yep. All right. Time to stare at what I've got. Grab some things and throw together some stairs. Okay, I've got the stairs. They're a little ugly. They flop over. I think I'm going to add another pillar board coming down because these will show, and then we're gluing them to the second floor. They're going to stay here at all times. I'll make sure it fits and we're not bumping anything on the edge first. But, yeah, let's pretty it up a little bit and then we're done with stairs. Just might stay. It's not too bad. It's a little thin, a little shakier than some of the other stuff on this build. It's going to be a beast of paint later now that I've glued it on, but that's later me's problem. Okay, so this popsicle stick idea, not great. We're going to hope it just paints over because I can see quite a bit of it. But we got stairs. We're so very close. So very close. I have some few touches that I want to keep adding because I can't leave it alone. I've got railings that I want to put on. I've got line it up. Maybe some trim. I'm going a little too far on some of it. I just am. I know. Some wood textures on there. But I think for the moment I'm done dealing with the inside. I've had enough. I like to kind of pop back and forth these different sections. So, shingles. Next, we will shingles. Oh, and we'll make a quick stone. Yeah, this door back here needs an entrance. That's not a big deal. We'll get them some stone steps that go up. Stone steps first. All right, I'm making these steps just the same as the front door steps. And then maybe we'll do shingles. I've finally gotten to shingles. Now, in an attempt not to go crazy, I'm going to do them in strips instead of one by one. So I've cut a bunch of really thin strips with the foam, and I'm going to texture them with this wire brush. Just kind of pull it down. see how this works when they go on. Then we're just gonna chop into them. There we go, we've got some shingles. I'm gonna start to glue them on. We're just gonna build up. And, oh crap. We'll have to get back to some trim because I'm disorganized and I haven't gotten to it yet. But that's okay. I'm in shingle mood now. I do want these to stick out a bit over the edges. So here we go. I think this will work out well. There's so much roof to cover on this. Hopefully this will keep me from going crazy while I put them on. It's not hard to do. I don't have to worry too much about where I cut into them. Everything starts out at the same size. A little overlapping, which is fine. I'm gonna make a little change. They look pretty uniform, so I'm gonna put a little, just cut a little extra out of each one, like that. We'll make a cut, super thin. Second one. Our shingles are completed. I definitely do not suggest trying to do this all in one day. It will very possibly drive you completely insane. There's so many to put on. I think I did like maybe 6 hours of shingling. It was terrible. But now that it's done, it's actually been a few days since I put all of this on. I'm really happy with it. I cut a few pieces a little shorter every here and there. I tore at the ends with a wire brush just to give them some nice texture. And I am very happy with how it turned out. We got some long pieces going across the top to finish them. Oh, it's come so far. It looks just so much better having some shingles on the roof there. I've still got things to do. Always. This is the never-ending huge build for me. I've got to get some trim, and I found another door that doesn't have a stairway to it yet. But that's not that bad. Oh, I know this video is already insanely long, and it's taken me a lot of time just to get to this point. So we're gonna stop here for now. Be happy. I am happy. I'm happy with what I have. It's got a lot of stuff just falling off it still. Okay, we've done some things. We're really getting there. It looks like something, kinda. Got our stairs that can set back on. I decided those are gonna be a separate piece so everything can come together or come apart nicely and set down. Oh, I'm gonna finish editing this, share it with you guys. Hopefully you can get some enjoyment out of the insane amount of time I've put into this. And then we'll catch back up and finish off some more details. Maybe move to the inside and get some things finished out in there. It's our happy little tavern. This is a good one. Yeah,